gangster. You ain't nothing but an Xbox fan, but you need to stop talking about my platform. The PS5 got games, man. I don't care what any of you people have to say, but the PlayStation 5 has games. Matter of fact, it's the best PlayStation ever made. I'm telling you people, man, y'all really out here hurting my feelings. I'm about to cry to this, man. It's all Xbox fault as to why PlayStation 5 ain't doing as well, man. But they gonna pick up the momentum.
Least exciting era for PlayStation.
Woo! Let's go. Right out of the horse's mouth, man. What did I tell you? Gangsta with another W, man. So all that bashing that y'all was doing against Starfield and Hi-Fi Rush and all these great, incredible games coming to Xbox, all you people was doing is coping. I mean, we already knew this from the jump when you guys was expecting to have Xbox games on your platform day and date. Like, I mean, come on, man. You guys weren't even advocating for your own games, bro, because of how boring they were. Like, I mean, that's crazy, man. But like I said, we do appreciate the fact that you ponies are finally coming out your stables, admitting the truth that the Xbox Series X was a far better platform than what you got with the PS5, man. What with the hardware, the hardware? I don't care, bro. Because at the end of the day, if this is the least exciting PlayStation that you people have ever played, that is a huge big L to me. I'm going to be honest with you, man. This is even worse than the PS Vita.
I ain't going to lie to y'all.
Uh-oh.
I've been thinking about doing this joint at least for over a year now.
Uh-oh, here we go with the coughing again, man. I mean, dude, really? You still on those Popeyes biscuits? And what's crazy, what you don't understand, man, you already been lying. You've been coping for this long. You've been coping during that 1 year before you decided to do this video that you just did right now. So what is you talking about, man? Oh, everybody ain't got no game. Nobody care about no Starfield, no Hi-Fi Rush, even though you're playing these same games on PlayStation. I mean, come on, man. I mean, at this point, you guys really need to go back to your pony stables and rethink what you're doing right now, man. Go pick up an Xbox. Why are you guys making it so complicated? I'm starting to sound like the dude from the Everest commercial trying to tell you to go to college even though I didn't.
At least for over a year. But I like to sit back and, you know, not be so quick to be like, man, this generation trash, the game's trash, the console's trash, we ain't seen nothing. Like, I like to give each generation time to get its feet.
Was this man trying to mock me, bro? Like, I actually took that quite personal. What you trying to say, bro? You trying to say you trying to say that I say everything's garbage and trash, man? Let me tell you something, bro. Because it's true. Everything is garbage and trash, man. I mean, look at what you people are finally living up to, man. You guys are 4 years within this console generation. Xbox is starting to finally get games, and PlayStation 5 still has nothing. I mean, at the end of the day, Xbox Series X is still trash. Like I said, they just got the momentum now, and we're going to enjoy it. It is what it is. Once PS5 finally gets their head out of their behind and they start bringing out some good games, then, like I said, I'll go purchase some games for it. But until then, all it's going to do is be my personal dust collector.
Wait, I mean, it's only fair. You know, Sony just said a few months ago that we are entering the latter stages of the PS5 life cycle.
Are you serious, bro? This generation to me looked like it, bro, it barely even got started, man. I really do feel bad for all the fools that really went out here and paid $1,500 for this overpriced console, man. All these false promises, man. I'm telling you, bro, this was by far the worst console generation that I have ever experienced, man. And that's saying a lot, bro. That is saying a lot, bro. Even from the Xbox's perspective. I mean, to be honest with you, the Switch really kind of carried things a little bit. But, man, like, even the Switch ain't really doing much, man. They were focusing on low-budget games. I mean, when's the next time we're going to see a Mario Odyssey? But they rather do these Mario Makers and all these other 2D garbage games. Mario Bros. Wonder, Donkey Kong, you know, remastered returns from the 3DS returns. Like, I mean, what is exciting about gaming no more, man? I just don't feel it like I used to.
On what, 4 years?
And I don't think we can blame it on the case of us getting older, man, because when we was younger or when we was older at the time, new things was coming out. New things was coming out to be excited for. Now we're just seeing the same old reused franchises.
Since we've been in this generation, we got another maybe 2 to 3, maybe to stretch it 4 years left of being in this era for PlayStation until we get into the next generation era for PlayStation?
There's not going to be a next generation PlayStation 6 because Sony can't afford to do it, man. Sony is plateauing. It's just like with the Sega Dreamcast. The Sega Dreamcast wasn't a failure. Selling 11 million Dreamcasts in 1 year and 8 months is not a failure. What failed the Dreamcast was the fact that the PS2 was on the rise, and it was going to take a lot of the competitors. And on top of it, having a DVD player, so people automatically upgraded to the PlayStation 2 immediately. What was the point of the Sega Dreamcast? You guys want to sit there and say that, oh, get good games, bring out good console. Well, that's not true because most of these people did not experience these games. Look at the software attach rates to the games that sold on PS1 and 2. A lot of them are third-party games. None of them were real exclusives from Sony. Yes, we all did benefit at the time, but I do think that this has been a problem going on within Sony and as well as other companies for quite some time. It's just the problem is it's starting to get exposed now with how high the budgets are becoming for these games. People really didn't buy exclusives like you guys think back then. They didn't. They were still buying the same games that they do now. Madden, at the time, NBA Live and Grand Theft Auto, they were still buying those games at the time. Yeah, there was a few exclusive games that got through, but besides that, Devil May Cry, Omnimo, these are not exclusives. These were third-party games made by third-party studios.
I think it's, time to, have this discussion. I don't think that's unfair. There are a lot of PS5 owners, myself included, to a lesser extent, that have been disappointed with the PS5.
But when you say that, you're an Xbox fan. But what are you guys gonna say with the Gamer23, man? This dude is a PlayStation enthusiast, man. There's nothing that you guys can say, bro. The fact that PlayStation fanboys are not happy with the direction of PlayStation goes to show you how far Sony has fallen off from the graces of video gaming, man. Yeah, people can say that about Microsoft, but if Microsoft was always bad, then what is there for you people to expect? But if Sony has always held the standard of bringing out the greatest, baddest, and high-quality games, and now we're not really starting to see that, then obviously there's a problem.
There's a lot of people that still feel like we haven't really gotten great exclusives on PS5. And even the exclusives that we have gotten on PS5s, they have either been cross-gen and you can still play them on PS5.
I was saying this 4 years ago, but yep, I was called an Xbox fanboy, guys. Remember when I was telling you that PlayStation has too many cross-generation games, too many PS4 titles masqueraded as PS5 exclusives? I told you guys that. Gamesta won another W.
Or in a year and a half or 2 years later that you'll be able to play that game on PC anyways.
Yep. So that hardware argument is null and void. Nobody cares about the hardware no more, man. At the end of the day, it's coming down to the games. The hardware doesn't matter, bro. That's why I try to explain to y'all, but y'all want to find some way to spin the narrative and make it some form of a console war. It's sad, bro. It's pathetic.
The fact that Sony kind of just sit back and chill in the darkness, and then whenever they got a little state of play to show off, or the rare occasion to where they got a showcase, people don't really know what's going on with PlayStation and when their next big game is coming.
Yeah, you gotta wait. You gotta wait a few more years for that Wolverine.
Advertising Concord like crazy.
You know what's gonna save the PlayStation 5? Grand Theft Auto 6.
Concord.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, has this been the most non-lit era for PlayStation? And
Admit
you compare this era of PlayStation to the previous eras with the PS1, you know damn well ain't no PlayStation era gonna ever be as lit as that PS2, PS3, PS4. Though
the PS3 had financial issues, the PS3 also did show that Sony was willing enough to put out some AAA blockbuster games. It's just, unfortunately, their community did not support them. That's the sad part about it. With the Killzone, the Motorstorms, the Warhawks, Starhawks, SOCOMs, you guys get the games already. It is what it is, man. At the end of the day, gaming is casual, and I feel like it's always been casual. I just think back then, the casuals had to adapt to the hardcore because the games was hard. So they had no other choice but to adapt. And the ones that didn't, guess what? They just sat there by the arcade cabinet and just watched their friends play. Now everybody has accessibility to gaming. Gaming is probably more affordable than it's ever been. There's way more eyes onto gaming now. The problem is with that's good, but it's also a double-edged sword. It's bad because now you are catering to, I would say, the wrong audience. Like one guy said in the comment section, he's like, GameStar, I see what you're saying, but this is something I have to disagree with, right? Agree to disagree. He's like, well, some of these people have issues with a lot of these games now, which is kind of sad. It really is. There's no that people in this era have problems with some of the games now. Like, it's crazy to think that only From Software is the only company that makes hard games anymore. That's sad. What happened to all the days where every game was single-handedly challenging and hard? Now, I'm not saying that being hard and challenging automatically equates to the game being good, but it also equates for people to figure out strategies and figure out, like, using your brain. There's something that I've noticed with these games, man. They don't use your brain. They don't. The mechanics is dumbed down. Everything is so simplified. You don't have to, play the game. Like, you can't come up with your own strategies anymore. Even with fighting games, like one guy mentioned, even I was watching his podcast, he was like, yo, fighting games just feel same. And there's no archetype. There's no different style of how people play. Oh, this guy plays his Ken differently than this Ken. All people do, if you play Street Fighter 5, fish for a crush counter, get for the easy combo. You can't really make no real execution errors because as soon as you land it, it's automatic. Like, you feel me? Like, we don't live in the days when Marvel vs. Capcom where you have to figure out the rhythm of how you hit Magneto or Sentinel in the air. Like, that was the sweet science of these games. When we don't have that anymore, man. We don't. I'm trying to tell you, man, like, the mechanics of games have been dumbed down and toned down so bad that even you people still can't even play them. It's embarrassing.
Good, again, some people be acting like we haven't had, no good exclusives on PS5. That is not true. We've had Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, God of War Rag.
But hold on, but didn't you just say that these were cross-generation games, and how are you using them as exclusives for the PS5? That was the first complaint that you made, Gamer23, that, oh yeah, the PS5 has a lot of cross-generation games, and you're using the same cross-generation games that are on the PS5, which is also explaining the problem that people have with this platform. Come on, man.
We've had Marvel Spider-Man 2, Horizon Forbidden West,
another PS4 game.
Journal. Just got Stellar Blade and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth this year.
You do know a lot of gamers are not really interested in those games.
We have gotten stuff. We have. The issue really stems from a good portion of these games either being cross-gen, being also playable on PC, or soon coming.
No, to be honest, see, you're not understanding, man. Even though a lot of the games that Microsoft showed are going to PC, that's not stopping my enjoyment of wanting to play Gears E-Day on my Xbox. That's not. That's not the problem. The fact is, a lot of these games suck. It is what it is. Just be honest. Y'all want to sit there and say, oh, well, it's because these games are going to PC, therefore these games have lost their luster. No. That's not the reasoning for me. I'm still looking forward to Gears E-Day. I'm looking forward to trying out that Indiana Jones, and definitely I'm looking forward to trying out that Perfect Dark. PC included. So regardless if the games are coming to PC, I'm still looking forward to playing it on console. So you using this excuse to say, oh, well, these games would be touted as the best games if they were only on PS5 is an understatement in what you're saying. Because that wouldn't have mattered. Because nobody cares. The problem is, it's the quality of these games, man. And I'm telling you right now, man. Y'all don't want to admit it. Oh, you did it, go ahead, keep saying it. Call me an Xbox fan, but with a PS5 controller in my head. Go ahead. I'm an Xbox what? Say it. Huh? Say it. I want to hear it. I want to hear it from the people in the back. Exactly. Be quiet, bro. If I was an Xbox fan, I wouldn't even have that in my hand, bro. And you people are just weird, bro.
Being to PC, or just not being a big enough game to pair with the PlayStation 5 generation. A lot of people are still waiting for that, game to come to PS5 that truly is okay, this is why we got...
Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be the reason. Unfortunately, it is what it is, man. Like I said, these consoles are being single-handedly saved by third party. It's embarrassing, bro. Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to single-handedly save the PS5, bro. Like, you got to imagine if this game was even remotely an exclusive to either platform, man, Rockstar can make their own platform and be like, yo, we got the Grand Theft Auto box. What? What's this? But, all right, I'm going to show you how bad the PS5 is, right? In the Xbox Series X. These consoles are so bad that if Rockstar came out with their own platform and said, what's this? oh, this is the GTA box where you play all the Okay, well, what about? Yeah, you get GTA 6 only on the Grand Theft Auto Rockstar box. What? Bro, people would trade their PS5 for the Grand Theft Auto box. Oh, no, they wouldn't. They would... Bruh, I'm telling you right now, they will single-handedly trade their PS5 for the Rockstar box that has Grand Theft Auto 6. Well, it's only one game, though. They don't care. That's what they want to play. See, this is what you people are not understanding, and this is why I try to explain to you that hardware doesn't matter. The fact that Rockstar could do that, which obviously they wouldn't because there's no point for them to do that, but I'm just saying, if they wanted to do that themselves and distribute the game through their own platform, which they won't because you have to pay money for the platform, which you people don't understand. That's why these companies rather put these games on other platforms. But I'm saying, if they did that, all those fans that play on PS5, Xbox Series X, they're going to the Grand Theft Auto box. Even if it's only one game. They don't care. As long as they get in Grand Theft Auto 6 on the Rockstar box that's provided by them, they don't care. Your whole console's already been disvalued. All off one game.
A PS5. You know, back in the
but we got all these 5 exclusives. They don't care. Like, why are you guys forcing people to actually care about your games when you guys don't even care about them yourselves? That's the problem with the gaming industry, man. It's all this damage controlling and coping that y'all do.
Era that was what? Probably Uncharted 4 and Last of Us 2. Back in the era for PS3, it was Uncharted that kind of saved the PS3 when Uncharted 2 came out in 2009. Yeah. Back in the era for PS2 had so many damn games. Hey, listen,
PS2, hold on. I thought you were talking about PS3.
Same for PS1.
Man, I'm going to just be honest, man. You PlayStation fanboys are coping. And like I said, y'all ain't got no games. It is what it is.